Kathy with Kathy Crafts and More, and today I've put together 3 junk journal embellishment kits. Now these kits are made from stuff from my stash, and I use them in my own junk journals. And I love every item in this kit. I just have too much stuff. So I'm going to share. Each kit will come wrapped like this in this beautiful tissue paper, wrapped with 2 yards of crochet thread, which you can use to bind your journals with. There will be an old key and a charm of some sort with the tissue paper. There's also a vintage hanky, about 12 by 12. Has this gorgeous trim on it, and I don't even know what you call that, but it can be cut or used just like it is in a journal. So you got the hanky, you've got the thread, the charms, the key, the tissue paper with the yellow birds. There'll also be a variety of buttons. They won't all be the same, but they'll be very similar. There'll be a little baggie of bling. This is bling I use all the time. And then there is fabric. There is a piece of Best Friends fabric that is about 8 by 8, and this came from a quilter. And this quilter gave me so much scraps. There is no way I'll be able to use it all. So let's show you all the different types we've got, all these fun pieces. And each of the kits will have this or something very similar. Isn't this fun? You could use this in any journal. And this is some hand dyed stuff that she used to do. And then there'll be little pieces and bigger pieces. I think the smallest, this is a 4 by 4 square, and then the strips. So you'll get all of these different fabric pieces. There'll be a section of this, that's the front, of this little round tablecloth. How big is it? It's a triangular shape, but it's I don't know, it's longer than 12 inches this way, and then about 10 that way. But it's got this nice basket and flowers and vines. It's beautiful. So everyone, I'll get a section of that. There is lace and trims, and they're different sizes. This is probably a good yard of this eyelet trim. There may be a yard of everything. And this is nice elastic lace. I love that. I love to tie a journal up with that. And then there's some ruffled lace, and this brown, grungy type lace. And then this thinner, more delicate lace. And this one. I hope you can see that. And then I've included a selection of these ruffles that I make and sell in my Etsy shop. We have vintage white is what I call it. It's a bed sheet that I've laundered, of course, and then I've ruffled and used a decorative stitch on. And this is the same sheet, only it's coffee dyed. And they're about 9 inches long. So it's enough to do a page, or they can be cut to size and used as tag toppers or page tabs. And then this is a blue and white fabric that I've ruffled and did a decorative stitch on. And then we have this fun trim. It's close to 24 inches of trim. And the gold, it's definitely enough to do at least one page on your journal or the cover. I'm also including 2 fabric snippet clusters that I've made, and they'll be different. Each package will have 2 different ones. And then there's these beaded, oh my gosh, I lost my word. The beaded, whatever they are. You can cut them apart and use them on your journals. You can slow stitch on them around in your journal. Oh my gosh, it's just bugging me that I have lost my word. Anyway, you're going to get 2 of those. You're going to get a stamped fabric word that says journal. I like that on the front of my journals. I showed you the beads, okay. And you'll get a folder, a manila folder, that you can use to make journals and tags and what have you. You'll get a selection of words that I've stamped on different kinds of paper. I've also used my butterfly and my leaf punch on book page, so you'll get a few of those. You'll get, what do you get? Some tickets. This one has been coffee dyed. And then a couple others in the different colors. You'll get 3 of these thread holders, winders, I'm not sure what you call them. There's a chipboard envelope that you can add in your journal. 2 of these little blue dollies, paper. There's some word stickers. And those will be, you'll get a selection of them, but they won't all be the same. There's 3 little tags that I've coffee dyed and 2 Rolodex cards. There's some chipboard butterflies and a letter. I'm not sure which letter you'll get, but you'll get a letter. This little button thing that you can embellish your journal with. Vellum sheets with words or saying. A report card size envelope. And then we've got some fun playing cards. these come from my stash. I thought I had 3. Here we go. So these are playing cards you can alter, or they're so beautiful. I use them just like this. This is a new one I got. It's fun. Teddy bears are better than men because this one says, teddy bears are never on a business trip when you really need them. And this fun round vintage card, Rose and the irises. There are 2 trivia cards. There's a flashcard. And then we have game score paper. This one's from Clue and from Bridge. This is fun notebook paper. Not notebook, but note paper that you can write in a circle. That's fun. And then everyone will get 3 note cards. This one is a Paris Eiffel Tower. This one is 3-dimensional with the frogs. I love them. They're singing in the pond. This is gorgeous. I love this. It's vintage. There's an invitation with this beautiful embossed rose on the front, which I have, on some of my journals, I have actually cut this out and used. And then I've also just included it in the journal as ephemera, just like that. There'll also be 3 postcards. And of course, they'll all be none are the same. Each kit will have a different selection of cards, postcards. One of them have been actually written on. The other 2 are plain. Not plain, but unused. You'll also receive 3 napkins. This one has birds. And I love making different things with these. Birds, and then this garden napkin, which is already like a tag. And then the chickens with a rooster. Everyone will get 5 of these little note papers shaped like a $1,000 bill. I got these in an estate sale. They were actually a surprise. I bought like a box of stuff, and inside the box was a shoebox full of these money papers, and I really thought I was rich there for a minute, and then I pulled them out. But they're fun in a journal to write on maybe your financial dreams. There'll be a receipt, a vintage note paper from the store in Richmond. There's a vintage envelope, business size, and it is vintage on its own. It is done that color. I love it. There's some note paper. There are 3 sheets of this beautiful purple flower paper. A couple of sheets of this. There's an envelope with writing paper. Oh, this is fun. This is from American Airlines back in the day. I don't even know what year this. It again is from a estate sale. I have several sheets of this available. Fun pretzel notes. You can write on the side. And then there are just a few tags and cardstock cut aparts. Then we have book pages. I have a botanical page, Life's Little Handbook of Wisdom. There's a Nancy Drew page. And this is a child's book of verses this is old, from the 20s, I think. There's a hymnal book page. There are 2 pages from 2 different cookbooks. There's a map page. And this isn't really old. It's probably 20 years old, so maybe it's vintage. I don't know. Depends on what you consider vintage. It's old. Then there are 5 sheets of paper of dictionary book page from my Webster's. I think it's 1950s. It's got a page of science terms, a page from the Bible dictionary section, and then 3 pages from the words section. You'll also get a piece of Tyvek's paper. I cut this apart and use it to reinforce my spine, or really any part of the journal that needs reinforcement, along with the folder. I think we're coming to the end of everything you'll be getting. So there's a lot included in this kit. And it weighs just under a pound because I wanted to keep shipping under a pound. So it's like 15.5 ounces. And you'll receive everything you see here. Well, there are 3 of them, so you'll get something similar to this. Let me know in the comments what kind of things you like to use in your junk journals, what kind of things you're looking for. And I'm going to be putting together a lot of these in the next couple of weeks because my craft room is getting out of control. And instead of buying like things in bulk, really it's best to just buy little bits and pieces of things, and that way your space for crafting doesn't get out of control. Anyway, let me know. And this whole kit is available at my Etsy shop, KathyCraftsandMore, and I'll try and put a link to my shop in the description. Thank you, and have a great day.